Alright, so today's not necessarily an install, but it's actually maintenance on your air intake. So the reason why I'm doing it is because in California there's been a lot of
come on, baby, what's the name?
there's been a lot of fires, and there's a bunch of ash, a bunch of debris, a bunch of dust. And another reason is I don't know when the last time this thing was cleaned or changed out. So it's better late than never, right? So what I ended up going with is the K&N air filter cleaning kit. And the reason I did is because it was the one that arrived here the fastest. Nothing local had anything so I can pick up. But it also took like about a month. I don't know why. Maybe delays due to COVID, but we've got it. So I'm running an APR intake. And in order to take the intake out, I'm going to have to use a 5/16 socket with a socket wrench here. And a T25 Torx bit to get the screw that's screwed into the front of the car. This one's a little bit tougher to get to. Once it's loosened, I think you could just use the actual Torx bit and turn it with your hands. Now that they're both loosened, you can just slide this over to the right so it unhooks over here. It releases it and you're able to take this out. And then the last thing is this hose right here. This little pick actually makes it a little bit easier to get that out. Just careful not to rip the hose or make a hole in it. Yeah, it sounds a little bit harder. I usually get this thing off pretty quick. You want to use a cloth or a microfiber towel and cover up this area where the intake came out of while you're working on it. Now next thing you want to do is get rid of all these screws. And that's a size 3 with a socket wrench. This one right here is going to be the toughest one. Best thing to use for this situation is an Allen tool. It barely fits in there, and luckily they're not too tight, so you could just work your way in there. Alright, now let's see what the damage is. Ooh, that is dirty. Holy crap. That's disgusting, man. This thing's a lot older than I thought. You can either use a screwdriver or a 5/16 socket to get rid of that screw right there, and that will release your air filter. Voila. That's bad. Look, it's caked in. It's fucking caked in. Now you get your cleaner and start spraying it. Make sure you have low pressure and you start rinsing it all off. Look at that. That's dirty, dirty. And you want to keep doing this until you get rid of most of the dirt, and most likely all the dirt. So now we're gonna set it there for 10 minutes. Let it work its magic and get all that dirt and grime loose. You see that? Some dirty ass water. Pressure's really low too. Yeah, I got rid of a lot of nasty shit in here. After we literally chased the sun, it's finally dry. You know, K&N red oil. We can start spraying it. We want a nice coat all the way around. Make sure that everything's lubricated. I don't know if you can tell, but it looks really red here and it looks plain on that side. So we're gonna try to keep it even, a nice even stroke all the way around. I'm gonna take a look around and see that if everything is covered with that red oil, or there's little spots missing, then I'm gonna go ahead and hit it again. So far it looks good, but I'm still gonna hit it with one more coat. You can also use this as a good starting point. So whenever you get to the metal, you start at the metal and you end at the metal. I'm just gonna wipe off the excess here. Yep, should be ready. So we'll reinsert this. Now get your towel out. And that should be good. You don't want to go too tight because you can go all the way through and you're gonna make a hole in this plastic cover. You don't want to make a hole right here. Well, I killed it. I messed up because when you first turn it on, you get a lot of sound from the intake and from the secondary air hose filter. So I didn't have the microphone on, so I couldn't get that noise. Thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned. Until the next one. Peace.